Alright, Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the elect of Israel. Now today, I just want to give you a Mark of the Beast update, which is the RFID chip, with a little article I found online from ReliaWire, and it's entitled "Meet the Biohackers Letting Technology Get Under Their Skin," and it was published on July 5th by a guest author. And I'm going to jump right into it. For some people, the human body isn't a temple, which we all know. Being an Israelite, you know that your body is a temple. But that, like it says here, for some people, the so-called white man, the body isn't a temple. Instead, they see it as a source of frustration thanks to the considerable limitations compared to the powerful technology available today. And that's one of the ways they sell this chip, as a damn upgrade on your body to surpass the limitations your body have. They sell it as an upgrade to make you better, which we all know that's bullshit. In the last few years, a new community of biohackers or grinders has sprung up to experiment with enhancing the human body with technology. Largely outside of the mainstream disciplines of science or philosophy, it is a raw, exciting field that turns long-standing ethical beliefs on their head. And that's the idea of what Esau is doing, to turn long-standing ethical beliefs on their head. And they setting up these grinders and biohacking communities to work out the kinks of the chip, and to have so many people with it so that when they implement it and make it mandatory, you'll already be warmed up to the fact of the RFID chip. It is a long time since my own first electronic implant, so the author has one himself. A simple radio frequency transmitter was inserted in 1998, so he had the chip ever since 1998. It allowed me to open doors and switch on lights with a wave of my arm. To do it, I had the assistance of my GP in his surgery, not only to burrow a hole in my arm, but to make sure that my implant remained in place and that no infection occurred. Most biohackers today do not have such luxuries, but instead carry out operations themselves, learning as they go about basic medicine and sterilization, often merely dousing needles and scalpels in alcohol. In 1998, I had the comfort of local anesthetic. Not so many of today's subjects do, although a friend may well be on hand in case of fainting. And this is a picture of him, I guess, getting it in 1998. So, back when he got his, he had to go into the doctor and have a small surgery. Today, the technology has moved up. You can do it yourself at home, or have someone just do it right there in your own home now. Perhaps the most common implant tried out is the radio frequency identification device, RFID. More recently, in the form of a near field communication, the NFC. This is essentially the same technology as is used in contactless payment cards. So that's that buy and sell. That's the same technology, except that it's packaged in a small tube about the size of a grain of rice. Back in 1998, my RFID was almost an inch long. Technology has clearly moved on since then. Yeah, they've just been perfecting their craft, perfecting the way that they're gonna bring out this RFID chip. Durability and reliability are no problem. My colleague Mark Gasson had his RFID implanted in 2009 and is still working perfectly with no rejection or operational problems. But you do need external technology to transmit power to the implant, which has no battery, and to communicate with it. In the last couple of years, we have seen a number of companies enter the fray, although a cynic might suggest that it has been more for publicity than anything else. For example, in January 2015, it was widely reported that several hundred office workers in Sweden had been chipped with their implants put in place by a tattoo artist. The workers were able to open doors and switch on the photocopier. For biohackers, the range of possible technology that can be implanted is broad and imaginative. Software developer and biohacker Tim Cannon has a variety of implants, his latest being the North Star, which lights up when a magnet is close by. His company in Pittsburgh, Grindhouse Wetware, actually develops technology for biohackers. Then there is Left Anonym, who plans to have a small compass chip implanted near her left knee, along with a power coil that can be charged externally. So these damn Edomites are just practicing. They're really just seeing how far they can go at this technology, man. Like I said, they're working out the kinks with it, so that when it's made mandatory, they can have all the trial and error and research on how to put out the best way to chip people. Artists also get in on the act. Moon Rabaz has a seismic sensor implanted in her elbow that allows her to feel earthquakes. Let me go down a little bit. Meanwhile, Neil Harbison, who is otherwise colorblind, has a camera which is attached to his skull. He has implants in his skull. Different colors cause the frequency of vibrations to his skull to vary. As a result, he has learned a very high degree of color discrimination. And we should not forget the digital artist Stellark, who has even grown an ear on his arm. Yeah, man, so you see that these people are trying whichever ways they can to try to use this RFID, man. They're perfecting their craft with it, so that when it becomes mandatory, they'll know all the ins and outs of the chips. And they've been doing this for a while. So this was just an RFID, man. You know, the busy. And this was just an update on the RFID microchip. So with that, I'm gonna say shalom.